Evening all, welcome to Griffin Park, and as usual there are lawnmowers on the pitch, so if you're ever wondering what the buzz is in Michael's videos normally, it's the lawnmowers probably. Michael not here this weekend, so just to give you a quick bit of analysis of this game. Norwich have won 1-0 at Griffin Park, a place where Brentford have been really good this season. They were unbeaten in 13 in the league. The only game they'd lost in the league was to Nottingham Forest back in August. They had lost in the Cup here to Norwich 3-1 in the League Cup, and they also lost to Notts County recently in the FA Cup, but that was a much changed side. So basically they're very good here at Griffin Park. So I'll just give you a quick spin round so you can see what is behind me, but I won't do it for too long because, as I said, those lawnmowers are there, but an empty Griffin Park. And there we go, the light is back on my face. And yeah, it was down to James Maddison once again. I mean, how important has that man been to Norwich City this season? If clubs are looking at him, of course they're looking at him. Any Premier League scout who is not aware of James Maddison is not doing their job properly. That's very obvious. But if they are, then that's probably put another couple of million on his price tag. 5th minute, Christoph Zimmermann won the ball in midfield. The ball rebounded to Maddison and then nutmegged Ryan Woods, who of course is very highly rated for Brentford, and then unleashed a shot from 25 yards, dipping over Dan Bentley in the goal for Brentford into the top right corner. Knee slide, of course. What else these days? You've got to celebrate with a knee slide, and it really was a fantastic goal. It was not in front of the away fans, but the away fans certainly enjoyed it. A green flare let off very quickly, and that was the game's deciding moment. But to be honest, not the best performance from City. They've played better than that. I mean, Birmingham, they certainly played better than that at Birmingham, and it was really nervous. There was 8 minutes of injury time in the end. I'm not quite sure how. There was 5 minutes signalled. Again, I'm not really sure why quite that many were held up in the first place, but there was a really scary moment, literally the 97th, 98th minute, where Alex Tettey and Moritz Leitner, who came on, he was the only one of the new boys to come on. He came on in the 79th minute for Josh Murphy, who had a bit of a mare, unfortunately. Things weren't really happening for him today. Tettey and Leitner tried to pass the ball out when they should have just got rid, to be perfectly honest. Grant Hanley charged out and brought down Sergi Canos, just desperately trying to stop Brentford getting anywhere near the goal. And that back three of Hanley, Zimmermann and Closer were outstanding today. They really were. They were, as much as James Maddison has won them all 3 points, those boys are the ones that made sure of it. But thankfully, Marcondes, the Brentford substitute, Josephsoon, that was in the final minute, put a pathetic free kick well over the bar, almost over the stand. So that was a big let-off for Norwich, and the full-time whistle soon followed. And I think that is 6 1-0 wins away from home this season, so that is not half bad at all. 7 away wins, I think, in total, with the other being that 2-0 at Birmingham on Boxing Day. So that's an impressive record. On the other side of the coin, of course, we want to see these sort of results at Carrow Road, because that hasn't happened. Just spoke to Harrison Reed, birthday boy, 23rd birthday. He played at right back with Ivo Pinto, of course, getting injured, getting out of his car during the week. Hopefully he's going to be back for Borough at home next week. Harrison fielded pretty well at right back, to be fair. He was up against Ollie Watkins for a lot of the time, who is one of Brentford's best players, certainly most influential players. And then Sergi Canos late on, of course formerly of Norwich, who looked lively, but his long-range efforts didn't really do too much. Angus Gunn dealt with them fairly well, and that was kind of the story of the day. They fired in quite a lot of shots from 20-25 yards. Josephsoon, Alan Judge, when he came on, he was coming back from a long-term injury, a bit of a cult hero around these parts. Several of those just flew wide, or Angus Gunn had to get down and hold. But the biggest chance was probably soon after the goal, when Josephsoon got up to meet an Ollie Watkins header and nodded down, fortunately straight into Angus Gunn's grateful hands. So yeah, I think Brentford will be pretty frustrated with the way they went today. I think they can probably admit that Norwich deserved the 3 points just for how they dug in. Jamal Lewis was booked again and again walked that tightrope with Could have got a second yellow card, and there were a couple of challenges. There was also one from Alan Judge, who didn't get booked. He absolutely cleaned James Maddison out late in the second half after he danced away from a couple of Brentford players, and Grant Hanley was absolutely furious that he didn't get a yellow card. I mean, I'd have said it was a minimum of a yellow card. It was a very purposeful clear out. Oh, there go the lawnmowers, just as the video is coming to a close. Typical. But yes, James Maddison, hero again here at Griffin Park for Norwich City. And I suppose it just keeps those playoff hopes alive a little bit. Moritz Leitner, like I say, the only one of the new boys to get on. Marley Watkins was back on the bench, and he came on for the final 10 minutes as well, replaced Nelson Oliveira up front, but nothing really to play with up top. He was generally helping out in defence when he came on, and the other sub was Tom Tribal. He just came on in injury time for Mario Vrancic. So it's been an eventful afternoon. It was real end-to-end stuff, real breathless game without too much quality, apart from that 1 minute, and it's no surprise that it came from James Maddison. Right, me and Paddy are going to head back. Of course, there's already Paddy's match report online. You can review the Matchday Live blog, still up there. Paddy is currently talking to Daniel Farke, and I just witnessed a bit of football folklore, actually. We always hear about managers going into the opposition managers to have a drink and have a chat after the game, and I just saw Daniel going into to Dean Smith's office just before I started recording this, so he's got a big smile on his face, and I saw him get a big hug from Delia Smith as well, as did Harrison Reed, who for some reason came out of the dressing room just in a towel in his pants to greet Delia and Michael and Stuart Webber, get his birthday hug, I suppose. And as Daniel finished his interview with the club and Radio Norfolk, I said to him, not bad for underdogs, was it? He gave a knowing nod, and he's certainly a happy man tonight.